what's going on, everybody? This is D Car Lady coming at you. All right, today we're going to discuss how to create a podcast from your YouTube video. All right, now, first, before we go into how to do this, and it's really simple, right? But we're going to talk about why do you want to do this? All right, well, there's two main reasons why I found myself wanting to do this, and I'm quite sure you're going to have these two reasons as well. Number one, it saves a bunch of time, okay? As you are out there, putting up your YouTube videos, that's what we're doing. It does take a little bit of time, for us to do our YouTube videos, right? Well, it actually saves time when we're able to basically repurpose that content, right? So whatever we talk about on YouTube, well, some of the videos anyway that we talk about on YouTube, we can repurpose that so that way other people can be able to hear it. Even if they're not watching on YouTube, because not everybody watches on YouTube. Sometimes people don't have the time to sit and watch a video, but they may be driving to work and they'll put on their MP3 player, that they may have in their car or their phone or something like that, and they'll listen to whatever it is that you're talking about. So it's a way for people to still be able to hear what you have and you be able to save time in getting that information to them. All right. And the second reason is about being omnipresent. Basically what that means is you're trying to be some of everywhere, right? I know you probably heard that term, like you're trying to be some of everywhere, right? Exactly. As if you're a marketer or if you are a business owner or entrepreneur, you're aspiring to be a business owner, you have a business opportunity, any of that, you need to be seen in as many places as possible. So YouTube is definitely an awesome platform. I'm sure we all agree with that, right? But there are other platforms out there as well. So by turning your YouTube video into a podcast, that's just one extra platform that you're on. So now people can hear you in both places. It's like, oh, I heard D Car Lady on YouTube. Oh, I heard D Car Lady on the podcast. Awesome, right? And it just kind of really builds up your credibility. All right. So those are my top two reasons why you'll want to create a podcast from your YouTube video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, there are two tools. All right. There are two tools that I use that I'm going to talk about today. All right. And you actually can use both of these tools for free. I like free tools. You like free tools. So let's use free tools. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you. All right. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is let's go over here to a site called Kapwing. That's how I pronounce it. So hopefully that's correct. Kapwing. That's Kapwing.com. Kapwing. Now, this site does a lot of different things, but what we're specifically going to use today is we're going to turn your actual YouTube video into the audio version, because a podcast is for the audio version. It's where you turn things into an MP3 player. Excuse me, an MP3, right? So that way a person can just hear it. They're not able to actually see it on a podcast, right? So we need to take that YouTube video and turn it into just the audio version. Now, there's more than one way that we can do this, but we're going to do it using this tool here. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to go to the top and say over to our tools. So click tools. All right. And you'll see that they have Kapwing has a lot of tools down here, but we're going to use the one for convert video. That's the one, that's the tool that we're going to use. Okay. So we're going to click convert video. All right. So we click that. Now this is really cool. This is the really cool part about this tool. In my opinion, it is easier to do what I'm about to show you than it is to like use another video editor to do this, right? Because at first I was going to use Filmora, which I love using Filmora. I was going to use Filmora. And then when I found Kapwing, I was like, wait a minute, this is so much easier. So check it out. So we're at this page right now. It's actually allowing us to go ahead and paste in our YouTube URL. You actually can paste in a YouTube URL, and you also can paste in a Facebook video URL as well. In this case, we're going to do YouTube, but just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to grab the YouTube URL and paste it right here. So I have my YouTube channel pulled up over here so that way I can get the link to the YouTube video itself that I want to actually make into the podcast. So I right click it over here to go ahead and grab that link, and I'm going to take it back over to take it back over to Kapwing so I can paste that URL here. All right, and this is just a regular YouTube URL. I'm going to paste that in there. All right, wait for it to fetch the content. All right, cool. All right, and let me pause it. All right, and I'm just going to pause it there. Now, what we have here is we have the video part, right? And remember, we just want to turn it into the MP3 so we can use it for our podcast. All right. Now, you see there's a few different options that Kapwing does offer you to convert that video into a GIF, JPEG, right? But we're using MP3. So go over here and choose, highlight MP3. We want to change it to MP3 right here. Okay. All right. What's going on, everybody? This is now, Carly coming at you. Let me pause that. Okay. And now at this stage, if there was something that you wanted to edit on this video, you could totally edit it on the video now. You could go ahead and do that now before you went ahead and went ahead and converted everything over to MP3. Because like, let's say if there's something that you're saying on your YouTube channel, like at the end, if you're like, hey, thanks for all you YouTube subscribers or something like that, now you may not care if that is a mixed message, if you will, if that message is like, oh, that message is talking about YouTube at the end, I want to cut it off. You may not care, you may not want to cut it off. Sometimes I cut mine off, sometimes I don't, right? It just is what it is, right? So if you wanted to do that, then you can go ahead and use the trim video feature, but most of the time, I just leave mine the way that it is. But like I said, you can play with that if you want. But the whole idea is that you're able to upload that YouTube video here and be able to turn it into that MP3 file really quickly. So I want to go ahead and show you that just so you can see how quick it is. Okay. So once we got it in here, go ahead and hit create. It says it's being processed, and it lets you know to be patient. Okay, now typically it doesn't take that long. I believe it takes maybe like a minute. Okay, but it does say it takes several minutes. So I'm going to leave everything, here because I want you to see like the actual time that it takes. Now, this is on my computer. Your computer may be different, but let's see what we got.
A few moments later.
Okay, cool. All right, so it probably takes about a minute, like I said. All right. So now it's letting you know that your MP3 is ready. Your MP3 file is ready. So the only thing you have to do now is go ahead and download this now. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and hit this button for download. And let's go ahead and let that download. All right. And now what I like to do is I like to go ahead and see where it is in the folder so that way I can find it easily. So I'll put show in folder just so I can see where it's at. All right. And it's over here in my downloads. Okay, it's over here in my downloads. All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename the file so I can find it a little bit easier. And I'll just put for a podcast, and this was how to overcome objections, fear of objection. Fear of objections. Where am I? Okay. All right. How to overcome fear of objection. All right. So I'll just go ahead and name it that so that way I can find it. All right. And it's in my downloads. So I'll close that. And now you have it into that audio really quick. Now we just go over to Anchor. All right. Now this site, it is where I do my podcast, and it is also free. Okay, to upload and do your podcast here. So let me go ahead and log in. All right, so you can go ahead and sign up for an account so you can log in as well. What I'll do is I'll make sure that I leave the link to my podcast down below, and that way you'll be able to get your own podcast too. Okay, that'll be pretty cool. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this up. All right, now, and you see I have, a few videos in there, excuse me, a few audios in there, but let's go ahead and go over here to a new episode. And I just want to show you how to go ahead and upload it, okay? And it just says here, click to upload, all right? So we'll go ahead and upload that file that we saved in. All right, and mine was in my downloads folder, and it was called How to Overcome, go back. How to Overcome Fear of Rejection. All right, the podcast, all right? So we click that. All right. And I'm not going to actually publish this one. Basically, what I wanted to do is let you guys know that this is possible, that it is super simple. And you also can do this from your phone because Anchor does have an app. They have an app on iPhone and an app on Android. And I'll be honest with you, it actually goes faster for me when I do it from my phone. When I do it from my phone, it probably takes me about from start to finish, it probably takes me about 90 seconds, and that's no fooling. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys this so that you know how you can create a podcast from your YouTube video and wind up saving you some time and being omnipresent. All right, like I said, down below, what I'll do, the very first link down below, I'll leave a link to my podcast. You can check it out, but also you can go ahead and get your free podcast at anchor.fm. And I'll leave a link down below. The second link will be a link so that you can go ahead and rock out with some free training for your marketing, your marketing endeavors. We always need some free training, right? Because I'm going to be revealing some more tips. I already revealed tips, but even more tips and tricks and all of that good stuff of basically what I'm using in my business to really be able to monetize and create sales and help people along the way so that they can do the same thing. So stay connected to me. All right. So hopefully you have found this valuable. If you have, please do subscribe to my channel and crush that bell right next to the subscribe button. So that way you can be alerted the very next time I come up with some content, because I'm bringing it to you every single week. All right. And other than that, guys, you already know. This D-Car lady, and we're going to take this ride to the top, baby. All right. And we out.